Welcome back to another video. We're in the shed of doom. We're not really, we're in the shed because it's bloody bright out there and I can see bugger all. And I'm trying to look at you and I'm like, hurrah! Oh, that's racist. I'm like, hello? Anyway, a couple of jobs, sort of a couple of jobs. The main focus of today's job was actually to change the chain, but I also kind of need a new tyre. I'm going to give it a good inspection. It has got a bit of glass in it. But I spoke to a load of tyre places and the popular consensus is it's a lot cheaper if you take the tyre off yourself, or take the wheel off yourself, sorry, not the tyre off yourself. Take the wheel off yourself, you get it a lot cheaper. So, I mean like £25 plus VAT cheaper. So that's a good incentive, and I've got to get the chain off anyway, so it means I've got to get it up in the air. So I figured I'd give it a go. I've not taken the back wheel off the SV before. As you've seen from the last video, doing the chain on the Fantic, that was a nightmare. I'm hoping, given the amount of grease that's all over the SV anyway, that it's going to be a piece of piss to get off. It'd probably be harder to keep it in than keep it out, or get it out. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll take it out into the garden. I'm not going to do a great deal of talking because I've got a lot to do. And as you know, I do like to do a bit of talking. And as you can probably tell by the sweat running down my face, it is boiling. It is boiling hot. It's proper, no cloud cover, no nothing. I am dying out there. Look at the colour of me. I'm like blue. Anyway, let's crack on, shall we? Right, let's stop trying to get it jacked up in the air, shall we? Looks like it is. Has it stayed on? It has, it's on there, good. We've got a big bit of glass in the tyre there. Got a few little holes and splits in it, but yeah, that big bit of glass in there is quite deep. Right, top tip when I'm doing a JIS screw. A JIS is not the same as a Phillips. It is slightly more rounded, which means it will cam out. Take a standard PH2, don't try and do it with your hand because your hand won't have the force. You need to be able to push forward with both hands. Pop it in, even if it's slightly worn, because this one's already been knackered already. I mean, that's got a bolt in that one. Ready? Push it forward, keep the pressure on it. Put your drill onto number 1 and a low torque setting until it comes out, and then keep increasing it. I'll put that over there. I mean, look at the crap in there. It's like bloody metal on everything. Alas, I have to clean my hands as I go, so I don't contaminate everything. How did he get that to stick on exactly? Of course, I don't have a 13 and a 12 in my fancy spanner set. I'm going to wind these. I've never done this before, so hopefully I'm doing it right. I'm just going to wind that pretty much as far back as I can wind it. And wood. There's me thinking that was captive. Look at all of that grease on that bugger. That doesn't look like enough room to get that chain over. It's not. Safety. that sun is warm today. Linkage off. Let's see if we can grab that from the other side and pop it out, shall we? Right, well, we'll have to see what comes out, I guess. Well, I saw the way that one went, so that's not the end of the world. Right, that's the chain sorted and out of the way. So now I've got a spacer there, which hasn't moved. Let's move you back a bit actually. Oh yeah, floating caliper, of course. So that sits in there essentially. Well, it would do. I didn't release any tension, any pressure out of the caliper and push the pads back in like I did with the fat neck, because the fat neck still needs bleeding from that incident as it happens. Well, that's my wheel out. Look at the shit on there. There's the other one. Look how much shit is in there. That hasn't ever been cleaned by the look of it. I'm all for keeping things greased, but that's ridiculous. That's not been greased well at all. That was greased once upon a time and then just left. It's got a big old groove in it as well. Right, that's the cush drive, isn't it, which is probably going to pop off. Right, before we degrease this, I'm going to give it a rub. Come right in here, see what you can see. I wonder how much you can actually see. Right, this stuff looks like brake dust and all kinds of crap. I did have some of that Wonder Wheels, you know, purple liquid you spray on. But it ran out, and I went to Morrison's today to the petrol station to get some more, and they didn't have any. And that's normally the place I get it from. Oh, look at that. I've never seen a wheel this dirty in my entire life. I've seen wheels down the scrapyard that aren't as dirty as this. How long am I supposed to leave this for? Greases and oils. Allowed to penetrate for 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, we'll be back shortly then. He was lubing the chain with engine oil. Obviously very well used engine oil and never cleaning it off. Because that is a mess. Right, we're back for part 2 of the wheel and the chain change. Definitely going to do the wheel, maybe do the chain, because I can't find my chain breaker, and that is a heavy duty old chain to be messing around with. And it's got a riv link, not a split link. I mean, it has got a split link, but I'm obviously going to fit a riv link because it's a road bike. Let's get that bad boy with its new tyre fitted to that. Right, I'm just cleaning up the cush drive, the rear sprocket at the minute, but you can see all the crap in there, and that's from where he used engine oil, I think, to clean it. So I'm going to start cleaning this stuff up and just get it to a stage where it's not so dirty. Hopefully it won't be as difficult to get on. Oh, I'm going to give that a quick clean on the end because that nut is filthy. Sorry, that thread is filthy, not the nut. Well, he certainly wasn't shy of grease, that's for sure, this geezer. Right. I wasn't really paying attention when it came off, but I presume it comes off there and sits on there. Or does that sit in there? Oh, that sits in there. There you go. Stops it moving up and down. That's an intelligent design right there. Okay, so I need this bit of the spindle right over. And my pad's separated. You need you to stay on there. Now I slide that wheel in there. Now, it won't fit with that there, so I'm going to move that out of the way. Also got to get the spacers on. Give these gloves a quick wipe before I put my greasy hands all over the tyre. Right. He's in there. That's the end nut. This spacer goes in that way, inside the disc. Get a copper slip on that. Damn it. How in the shit am I going to get that in there? Yeah, so what I should have done was ease back the caliper, but I didn't, did I, on the pistons? Okay, I might have to ease the caliper back. Get the piston back even, not the caliper back. Single pot. Straight in the gap, there we go. Shit, spindle. Oh, you. I had that then. space to get that in. Nope. That's not going to go in there, that's for sure. Please don't make me take that out again. Oh. You can see that, but I've put black tape over it, not across the hole, just either side of the bearing thing, just to try and hold it in place while I lift this up, because it's a bit of a bitch. So much easier. Now I've just got to get the tape off the caliper. Engineering. Can't do much, but I can do that. Another quick wipe test. Holy crap. That was my parasol. What the shit? Oh no! I didn't actually put my chain back on, did I? The only reason I want to put the chain back on is so that I can loosely tension it, and then when I go to replace it, it's not going to jump around all over the shop when I'm trying to grind it. Right, I don't know if you can hear if the wind's up or not, but the wind is getting up. So I want to get the hell on with this because it's getting quite blustery and blowy. Can't remember which parts of this I need, to be honest. They go on the back. No, flat plate for the back or the front. Oh, anyone remember how to paint one of these over? Right, chain's been tensioned. The wheel's nice and solid. I need to cut these links off. This isn't a grinding disc, unfortunately, it's a cutting disc. We're going to give it a go. Move my water bottle out of the way. Don't want to go deaf or blind. Let's go again. We should wind that back in. Good lord, that's dirty. And then when you socket on the back of that, it's probably a 13. Is it a 13? No. It's 15. Oh, pardon me. Now this is from memory, I'm pretty sure. I just wind it in and then, actually let's use this to start with. Yeah, that's the one, that goes in there. And that one slides in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack it off now, make sure that it's aligned, see if it's cracked it at all. Once it's it's actually aligned. Oh, I think that's gone already. That's the problem with those bars. Yep, we're pretty much on the money there. So we shall wind that on there and wind it back a turn. I am absolutely pissing with sweat here. Now I've used the chain breaker before on the Fantic to break the chain. I've never used it to peen one. But it can't be that hard, can it? Before I did this I should have brought the other chain out. Now you need to turn this until it goes soft, until it just goes all the way through. It should be. And pretty much just keep winding. Oh, there we go. And that's just gone pop. And there's our pin. And there's our riv. Gonna put that down there. Now, same again on this one. We've already cut it off, so we're going to wind this in. Actually, I don't need to worry about doing that, do I? I only needed to break one link. What was I thinking? There's my link. Right, someone comment down below, where do I take a dirty old chain? Otherwise I'm going to have a garden full of the bloody things. But that is all used engine oil all over the crank casing, all over this. The lower wishbone, swing army area, caked in it. Absolutely caked in the stuff. Right, you've all seen a million chain videos before, so let's not worry about too much about how you do what bit, because you all know that. Ah, it's already got the split link on the end, that's what it was. I couldn't find the split link in the box. I don't want it, I just wanted to know where it was. Right. Why doesn't my chain fit? Anyone want to offer any explanation as to that? I was told a 520 would fit this. Why won't this 520 fit? You people on the forum said a 520 would fit this. Why doesn't it fit? Right. Well then, fuck you dickheads who said that would fit. It doesn't fit clearly. Alright everybody, welcome back again to the next instalment of changing the chain, which should be a simple job, but it's been a pain in the arse job. This is the second chain now. This is a 525. It's already got some rust on it. I've never seen a chain come in a bubble wrap bag, just a plastic sandwich bag. I've not checked if it fits, if it's long enough, so let's give that a go first, shall we? It's 118 links, supposedly. Should be long enough. It was very cheap. It feels like tat, if I'm honest. Now I've got it out. Oh, it's quite rigid. No, it is rigid. Don't you dare fly away. Don't you dare. Well, let's get it on anyway, shall we? Let's try and feed some of this bad boy around. Onto the front sprocket if we can. Oh, that's a tricky one, that is. That is a real tricky one. Get the hand right down there. I did press start, didn't I? Oh, look at the state of that. I obviously found another bit that I didn't actually get around to cleaning on the oil soaked bike. What's going on here? You're not in here, so stop messing around. Okay, that's way too loose there. That is genuinely too loose. That's better. That's the one I wanted. So I'll pop that one there, and I can get my split link through. Sorted. Right, clean the gloves one more time. Then got my ear defenders on, eyes on, ears on. Let's give this a go, shall we? And at some stage I've got to try and remember how to do the thingamajig that we talked about last time, as in peening it over. Yeah, that's gone straight away. That was right on the money. Maybe give it another bit of grinding. And it could, if need be, just grind it clean off. Yeah, that feels a bit too tight, that does. Well, if you ever wondered how tough these links are, there's your answer. That should have popped by now. There we go. Oh, what a wanker of a job that was. Getting that off. I'll have to edit all that out because I'll get complaints. lot of wind today, a lot of wind. And there it is, the little sod. And now I've got oil on my back wheel. Right, let's get this split link, this rivet link in before we do anything else. So at least it holds that in place. Right, we've got one X-ring. So most of you have seen this bit before. You've got these little gaskets. These are X-rings, not O-rings. So stick an O-ring on the inside of each one, and then, oh, we're supposed to grease it. Where's the grease? Where's the grease? You pay 40 quid for a chain, you don't get grease. Nice. What is that? Right, on this side, your other two X-rings, you should always have 4 in a packet. Let's get creative with the editing on this one. Pop those over this side. Try and keep them in place. This is what the grease helps to do. Take your other solid link and put it over the front like so. Now, I've not done one of these before, so I'm going to have to figure out how to do this. I'd imagine my anvil sits on that side. And I've got to get the right size to flare it, and I don't know what size I need. I've got to clean my gloves yet again. I could actually be shouting because I've got my ear defenders on still. So the next job is to take them off. It's them off. Where's the glasses off? Oh, I can see as well. Let's sit down and think about this. So my pin now is to push. No. I think it's raining. So the idea of this pin at the minute is that it pushes the rivet out. It's got a flat end on it. It's quite damaged actually. So I don't think that's going to flare a rivet. So I'm going to take that out. That's got a round end on it. Looks like it's good for peening. Let's pop that through. That will definitely peen a rivet over. Now, the only other thing is I've got a saw is put that on the back to hold that rivet in place, I would have thought. Oh shit. That looks alright. Okay, so we need to get that in place. Open that out. Right, that's sitting on the back of our rivet. Where's my bar? There's my bar. So technically I think I need to crank that one up first. We have to do it with the grips because otherwise I'm going to have to go. No, I'm going to go with this one. Alright, let's go with a 14. So the reason I'm doing this one up, Tyre, is because the rivet's not actually through. And if the rivet's not sticking out the end, I can't peen it over. Ah, that's what the flat ones are for. Flat ones are to push that on in place, I think. Right, I have got that. Let's have a look. That one probably goes on the front, that one goes on the back, that's right. Okay, slight change of plans. I cocked that up, it's this one. So I pop that one in there, and I pop this one in here. So in order to do that, I've got to take that middle one out. Cool, this is half complicated, isn't it? But it's all a learning game, it's all a learning process. So that's that spring in there, whack that in the front of that. There we go. And now I've just got to open this out wide enough to fit that on. So pop that onto the back ones. Now those you'll feel because they sit into the rivets will sit inside the channel on the back. This rivet I can see, this one I can't, so I have to get on my knees again. Even though I'm really old and it's uncomfortable, I can kind of see that one. Doesn't line up perfectly. And now I'm going to get my spanner on it and tighten it up. Make sure that's in line. That one's not, I don't think, but we're going to give it a crack. I think we've got to move this over a little bit. Oh, blimey. You've got to be relatively strong for these, that's for sure. It's pushing through. They're not sticking out very far though. I don't know how far you're supposed to go with these. Right, that's not going to go any further than that, I don't think. Unless Jeff Capes or the Hulk comes around. Oh no, that's perfectly fine actually. So as a great man once said, check that out, Clout. Right, where's my peanut? If you like pina coladas. Well, that's a good one. I might go with a flat one instead. I'm getting caught in the rain. Now, this is called an anvil, by the way. Right, we've got to put our spring with our, we're going to call it a pina, with our pina in. And this bit should be pretty much plain sailing. I'm going to adjust it. Anvil it. I'm going to adjust it so that the tip of the peen is just sticking out the end. I don't know if you can see that. Probably can. Right there. Anvil on the back. Same as before. Excuse the wind. And wind this bad boy up. Sitting over the front of that. It's on there. And then wind it on. Oh, blimey. And then we'll undo it a little bit. Just to see how much has peened onto it. And you can clearly see nothing. Nothing is the answer there. It has not flared in the slightest. Ah, okay, let's check the end. So realistically, we want it to go inside of it, don't we? Might have to get a socket on it. So let's hook this bad boy back on. Looks about right. It's a 14, so let's get ourselves a 14 socket. Let's try now with a bit more leverage. Well, this is awkward. It's going to be even more awkward if it breaks. It gets so far and then that's it, it's not going anymore. And it's deforming the end of my bit, but not the rivet by the look of it. Oh, hello. Haha. Okay. I might have sussed it. It looks like this screws into here. Yeah, that screws onto there. Okay, so we might not be all lost after all. Where's the open cup one? Let's try that. Now I don't have to rely on a little thin bar pushing it. So now I've got that in place, I can just crank this on. which is one less thing in the loop, isn't it? And I know you're all sitting there laughing, going, "Oh, dickhead." Well, guess what? My skin is way thicker than that. Oh, please don't pop off of there. Shh. Shh. Oh, blimey. Well, it definitely went further than the other one. It has still not peened jack shit though. Ah, it's coming off of there, that's why. Is that bent? On its maiden voyage, it's bent. Well, they've made that well, haven't they? It's so hard, in fact, that it's bent the whole end. Well, this is marvellous. This is totally marvellous. Right, camera, you're going to have to get out of the way while I try and do this. Something is going to break. Oh God. Got the bike moving on the bloody stand now. Right. Let's see if that works. Well, it's definitely done some peening. Whether it's the right amount of peening or not, I do not know. Is it supposed to be this hard? I don't think so. Well, it's not moving. It doesn't really mean anything, does it? I suppose I could take the hammer and try and flare it a little bit. Yeah, I'll give it a whack with a hammer. See if we can flare it a little bit more. Don't worry, I'll only use the baby hammer. Kid you not, that is some tough stuff. Right, you might not be able to see that, you might be able to see it. That chain is super slack at the minute, so we're going to have to wind that bad boy out now. So one's a 13, one's a 12. Which one are you? You're the 12. What are we out to? Get some black paint on that. Right, we're out to marker 2 there. I'm going to wind this one out to marker 2 as well. Oh, that's a tight spot, that's for sure. That's a very tight spot. So we shall have to slacken that off a bit. Going to mark a half. Is that half? No, that's not half, is it? My 24 one. Oh, that's starting to bite there. What are you on? You're on 2.5. You're on about 2. That's a loose point. That's loose. That's loose. That's tight. Right, now we've got to measure it. Right, let's get this bit measured, shall we? Ooh. There's a tiny wee little nut under there for something. Point on my swing arm. So probably from the underside of that. So I've got 30 in the middle of the chain, 20, 35. So sitting at 35. I guess it depends where you measure it from, doesn't it? From there, it's sitting at 30. It goes up to 20, so there's about 10 mil there. Down about 5 mil, so I've got about 15 mil of play. It's not touching the swing arm, so that's good. Just make sure no other part of it touches the swing arm. No. Yeah, see that bit is the loose part. That does pretty well. That definitely does. That definitely does. And that does. And that does. Getting tighter again. And that doesn't. That doesn't. That does. So just move. Oh. Good lordy lordy. So what we're going to do, we're going to crank it up. We're going to do it up. And then we'll get it down on the floor and adjust it there afterwards. And we got to give it a little good. It's not undone. Make sure that one's not undone. It's 14. pinched up. Okay, we need to give the chain a quick lube, that's for sure. So we're going to get a bit of cardboard down. It's brand new, it's got its own grease and stuff on it. And we got to put the chain guard back on as well once we've done that. It's already picking shit up off of the chain guard. Oh, these gloves are trash. Had one of the JIS screws in it, but it also had a nut and bolt in it as well. So I'm going to put the nut and bolt on first. The nut and bolt was that one. Does it go that way? Yeah, I guess it does. It's not 12. It must be a 10. I don't know why this needed a nut on the back. It's threaded. Any fellow gamers out there who have got Call of Duty Warzone Season 5 on download, what a joke. Right, so I'm pinching that with a flathead. Perfectly tight enough, that's not going anywhere. I should put the gear linkage back on while I'm here, shouldn't I? That'd be a good idea. That was an 8, wasn't it, that one? Which is why we've got the little set out. Is that the 8 or is that the 7? Is that the 8 or the 7? That's the 8 there. That'll do nicely. Hey, right. Perfectly weighted bike. Okay, right, now we've got to have a look at our chain tension. Right, chain's done, on, bike's down, I've adjusted it, I forgot to put the camera on, so apologies for that, I've had to tidy up. I just need to run it around the block first, so I'm going to fire up, let it warm up while I go get a lid. Oh, watch your ears. Just put my lid on, started to rain. Right, see you in a minute. Well, that was a resounding success, and the bike sounds wicked as it happens. I thought it was going to sound really shit. Don't forget, like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. We love you.